Well, hello. Today we're going to be exploring the idea of perspective from the Grassy Loop Trail located on the Mission Trails Regional Park. So strap in. My name is Reverend Ken Fendrick, and welcome to Trail Talks. Today on the trail, we're exploring the idea of perspective. Now, perspective is both influenced by the consciousness we have and also influences the consciousness we have. And this comes across as our many choices we make and the many feelings we have, the filters we're looking at our life experiences through. And sometimes our life can seem like it's all uphill. Our focus narrows. Our filters only see what the appearance is. And we struggle and we climb up these hills and we get winded in our lives. When we make time in contemplation to examine our judgments, our biases, monitor our thoughts, and take those into contemplation through meditation practice, we can see how these trails, these experiences, which represent experiences of our lives, are actually interconnected. And that which we thought was leading one way is actually moving to another, or even connected to a trail that takes us to a better spot. This place we're at represents a viewpoint where we can take stock and look at our experiences from a wider perspective, thus increasing our consciousness. Because ultimately, we would like our higher consciousness to influence our thoughts and decisions in our everyday moment. From this higher perspective, we're able to see beyond the limitations, beyond the appearances of difficulty, no matter what lens we're wearing. From this wider lens of truth, I'm able to gain that higher perspective. Through this higher consciousness and perspective, my uphill struggles all of a sudden begin to resemble this downhill slope. My path seems easier, although it may not be easier. With the lenses of truth, it becomes easier for me because my thoughts and my thinking follow that. So let's review what we learned from the trails today about perspective. Perspective is basically a viewpoint in which we're looking through the lenses of our experiences, of our prejudices, of our biases, and everything else that's fueled by our experiences. But perspective is the eyes behind that, the eyes of consciousness. And consciousness either drives our vision, or our vision through perspective helps to build or degrade our consciousness. So, how do we cultivate a healthy perspective? How do we cultivate a positive perspective? Number one is self-awareness. Be aware of your thoughts in the moment to moment. Be aware, are you holding positive thoughts about things? Are you looking strictly at appearances? Oh, this situation's so bad, or this experience. Or are you looking beyond the experience? When you start to look beyond the experience, you're looking from a higher perspective. From that higher perspective, you can see the interconnections of all those trails like we saw earlier, how they interconnect. And so one experience can change drastically in a moment depending upon the choices you make, which are influenced by the thinking and the thoughts you hold. So this week, I invite you to get clear. Get clear about your thoughts in the moment. Get clear about your perspective, whether you're operating from a higher point of view or whether you're operating from a lower point of view. Are you at peace with yourself? Are you at peace in your day-to-day experiences? Or are you harried and anxious and fearful and worried? And the way we connect with that is through simple centering, meditation if you want to call it. This is something you can practice wherever you're at. Simply take a deep breath. Go someplace quiet if you can. If you're driving, don't close your eyes, but simply connect with your breath. That's the easiest way to do it. Just breathe in and breathe out and find that perfect rhythm. Find that perfect rhythm. Then you can find an affirmation. You can simply say, "Peace, be still." Perspective is also created by being open and receptive to new ideas and new ways of thinking. So challenge your thinking with the centering, the meditation, and the exploring of different ideas and opinions, and the contemplation that comes with that. Your perspective will shift, and you will gain new insights into possibilities and ways of thinking that you would have never thought before. And again, the goal is to evolve into that higher consciousness through your day-to-day activities, through the day-to-day contemplation, through the day-to-day actions, where you can bring yourself to view your life and your experiences through that higher perspective. I challenge you to do that this week. I behold the Christ in each and every one of you. We'll see you next week. This is Reverend Ken. Namaste.